Internet, Eric here. Well, if it's Sunday and I'm uploading a video, it's because it's Bloody Sunday. I usually normally do these when we don't do the podcast the night before. We had to cancel, so Bloody Sunday time. If you don't know what Bloody Sunday is, it is a concept created by my buddy Corey over at the King Need Gore, over the King Gore channel on YouTube. And what it is you take a death from a specific movie, TV show, any type of media, make a video about it. And tomorrow is Halloween, so I figured why not pick a death from the Halloween franchise. I've done this before. The death I'm going to pick today, well, obviously, if it's a death, spoilers. There, said it. The entry I'm picking my death from today is one that I think is very impactful, and it is from an entry that is very divisive. More so than Halloween Ends, in my opinion, with all that bullshit. The death I'm going to discuss today is from Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Now, like I said, obviously, spoilers, all that jazz. The death I'm going to specifically talk about today is Annie's death. And here's why I think this is a really, really well shot, well taken care of death. We got like maybe half hour left of the movie, maybe 45 minutes left. And we've already dealt with Laurie and Annie going at it, dealing with each other's PTSD, dealing with their own PTSD, and their button heads. Well, Laurie is out with her friends, partying, getting drunk, Halloween party. Annie is at home, doesn't want anything to do with that. And she's in the bathroom. I don't know if she's brushing her hair, she's just cleaning. And she does. It's the horror movie cliche. Closes the medicine cabinet mirror, door, whatever you want to call it. Michael's right there behind her. Hobo Michael. I love Hobo Michael. And she didn't see him. And then we suddenly see Danielle Harris turn and look at him. And Rob does a great job with this because Danielle Harris is just this little actress. And Tyler Mane's like 7 foot tall or whatever. And Rob films it from behind Danielle at like her height. But we still see to the right of the camera Michael there. So you still see that even though she's here, we have a bunch more Michael above her. So that gives you it shows you the difference in the height. And then she turns around, she runs, it cuts to slow motion, and then boom, cuts to black. Cuts to a car driving. But you still hear Annie screaming and the chaos, which is great because then it can fuck with your mind and you can think about what's going on. Laurie and a friend come home, they go upstairs, and then they see Annie. But as they're walking upstairs, again, Rob does a great job of cutting in clips of Michael causing chaos, throwing shit, knocking stuff over, Laurie and her friend. Michael causing chaos, Laurie and her friend. Annie begging, Laurie and her friend. Building up that tension for the reveal. Laurie walks in. Annie, I think she's still got bottoms on, but she's topless. She's cut to shit. Bloody, blood everywhere. Rob Zombie, blood everywhere. Cradles Annie in her arms. She's still alive. They have their talk. Please don't die, Annie, that whole type of stuff. And then Annie, she dies. They don't get that closure, none of that stuff. And it's very sad. But what really makes his death fantastic, in my opinion, well shot, is what happens later. A friend has gone down to call 911. Sheriff Brackett gets the phone call. Sheriff 911 call. Go send somebody. It's from your house. Boom, he's gone. While he's driving, friend is killed. Not important. Who cares? Laurie leaves. Brackett gets to the house. Runs up the stairs. His deputy says, Sheriff, you don't want to go in there. And Brad Dorff, as Sheriff Brackett, just clenches his fist. Where is she? And deputy's still trying to slow him down. Don't go in there, blah, blah, blah. He finally makes it in. You get into the bedroom. And it's a connecting bathroom. And you're in the doorway. You see the bedroom here. And then you see the bathroom. You see a little bit of blood on the wall. Fluorescent light is on. And then suddenly, here's the door. And then you just see Brad Dorff slowly walk in, peer around. And then he just starts wailing. He leaves, no. The way he's no. Annie, no. And he just falls to the ground. Pounds on the side of the door. And he sees Annie chopped up, basically. And I've always praised Rob Zombie and his use of home movie footage. Because while this is happening, while Breddorf is crying and he's upset. And he's not over the top. That's what's great. We suddenly go to silence. He's still screaming, but we don't hear anything. We just hear this like ethereal musical score. And as he's pounding his legs and yelling no, he looks in there and he sees Annie dead. And then Rob inserts actual home movie footage of Danielle Harris, probably around the time when she was in Halloween 4 or 5. Like real home movie footage of her holding a dog she owned and stuff like that. So Brackett is looking at his dead adult daughter and imagining his little girl. That's powerful stuff. And then Brackett is slowly picked up and carried out. That is an impactful death. As a father, that's a really impactful death. You know, you never want to see your children harmed, but to come home to that. Brutal stuff. And it's brutal stuff. You know, Rob Zombie can be brutal. He's very brutal in this. This is the director's cut, I forgot to mention. Because I don't think the theatrical has the home movie footage. Rob can be brutal as hell. But he's at his most brutal, in my opinion, in this scene. I barely see anything. That's good filmmaking. I've said it before on American Werewolf in New Jersey. We've all said it on there. I've said it here. Less is more. Perfect. So that's it. That's my entry for Bloody Sunday. Annie's death in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 from 2009. Like and subscribe. Tell me what you think. Like a lot of people who don't like this version of or this entry in the franchise still admit that it's a really well filmed death. So like and subscribe. Tell me what you think below. Click the bell. All that jazz. More videos coming out. I'm tired. Cheers.